Asda Everyday Tissues. For when you need a tissue every day.
Hello, welcome to take my glasses off. Welcome to Monday night Quizzitronical number. Insert number here. Yes, well, I always seem to start this by saying welcome to Monday night, and then I run out of things to say, and then I say welcome again. And we end up with like a 3 or 4 minute section of just me saying welcome, which is a bit silly, really. But thrice welcome, and I hope everybody has had a somewhat pleasant week. There's been a few bits and pieces going on, haven't they? One of them I feel we have to start with straight away. Actually, bear with me 2 seconds. I should have prepared this. I were busy not preparing stuff. Let's have a look. Where are we? Here we go. So I'll share this so you can see it. Where's my sharey screens? Hang on, I need to drag it to the other side, don't I? Bear with. Where are we? This one. There. Oh, so professional, Simon. So professional. Right, here we go. So this was sort of the biggish news, wasn't it, in this past week? A new Mark 1 Escort. The Mark 1 Ford Escort back in production with a 296 brake horsepower and modern technology. Two-door gets an exclusive high-tech makeover with Ford's blessing. So, it's not actually Ford that are making them, but let's have a look. A new UK engineering specialist has revived the original Ford Escort RS with the backing of the car-making giant. The car-making giant. That sounds like BFG's cousin or something, doesn't it? There's BFG, and then there's his cousin. What should we call him? Brad. There's BFG and his cousin Brad. And Brad's got his own car-making factory. He's a car-making giant, Brad. But they just look like little cars to Brad. It's like he's making little tiny model Hot Wheel cars, but to us the full size Escorts. Full size Escorts. There's something you should Google. Anyway, where did we go to? It's been developed by the Coventry-based Boreham Motorworks and is unique for being allowed to use the Escort name and Ford badges. I assume that's where Ford's involvement stops. Unlike many similarly conceived rivals, it is not a resto mod based on an existing chassis. Instead, it's an all-new car, and each example will be given a chassis number continuing on from the original production run. That's just faff. Nobody needs that. That is 0 point. That's one of them things that car people do. Just so there's stuff going on. Yes, it's kind of, I don't know. It's like it's just something that people add in there to try and sell it, if that makes sense. There's literally no lineage. The fact that they've just starting the serial numbers from the last one that Ford made, just a nonsense. That's the kind of thing. I mean, it's a good job I don't have loads of money, because that's the kind of thing that put me off buying something from a company like that. Oh, we're going to carry on production numbers. Oh, excuse me while I wet myself, honestly. It is based on the two-door Escort RS bodies that were produced by Ford's Advanced Vehicle Operations in Essex before it was shut in 1975. Boreham Motorworks digitally recreated the shell and used computer simulations to re-engineer it for improved handling, adding extra bracing and widening the wheel arches. It also developed a new rear axle made from aluminium and titanium and moved the rear dampers from their original canted position to a more conventional vertical orientation. Yeah, I mean that goes without saying, wouldn't you? You'd be a bit disappointed if they were making a nearly 300 brake horsepower Escort and just using the same floppy body that it had. 2 engines will be available: a reworking of the storied twin cam engine that powered the Escort to competition success, and a power plant derived from the Ford's current offering. I mean that's kind of a cool idea, because you've got 2 kinds of market that you're aiming for then, just by changing the engine. You've got people that are wanting to hark back to the glory days and the original Escorts, and then you've got people that are wanting the original imagery, but with a more modern unit. I'd obviously go for the more modern unit. And Sun Quan, the twin cam, has been upsized from 1600 to 1900. I'm not giving you the specifics. And its twin Weber carburetors have been replaced by fuel injection. The changes net an extra 73 brake horsepower for 182. And this is sent to the rear wheels via the original 4-speed gearbox with straight cut close ratio. See, they've just completely undone what I said there. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's still the same thing. But I would expect, if you're the sort of person that's wanting to have 4 speeds, because that's what they were originally, and straight cut gears because you're going to get some welling, surely the sort of person that would want it still running on carbs. I would. That's a bit weird, that. I'm not sure about that one. The alternative is a 2.1 litre 4-pot with forged steel conrods and a billet crankshaft. That's expensive there, enabling it to rev to 10,000 RPM. Produces just under 300 horsepower. It's mounted to a 5-speed dogleg box. I like that. With ratios aimed at providing usability both on the road and track. Well, that's good, isn't it? I think the more modern one does sound more my kind of thing. How much more is it? There's a bit more for us to go. Excuse me if I'm boring you with this, but I thought it's the kind of thing that some car people miss, and I know there's some people in the group that will actually be quite interested in this. So it'd be interesting to read other people's thoughts on this, because it is a bit of one of them areas, isn't it? It's an old car, but it's a new car. It's like when that company did, in fact, weren't the same company, were it? That did that MGB. It'd be interesting to research that. Where are we? Power steering, anti-lock brakes and traction control are omitted to match the driving experience of the original car and cut costs. Yeah, if you're going to go for a car with like the modern engine and stuff, why would you not have the other stuff in it? Yeah, now I think they're missing a trick. It's also fitted with coilover suspension and an automatic torque biasing limited slip differential that's said to provide controllable and predictable oversteer. As well as the changes under the skin, Boreham employed Wayne Burgess, formerly head of design for Jaguar SRV models. I think we've seen him in one of my videos, including the XE Project 8, to bring the Escort up to date aesthetically. For example, its chrome bumpers and main indicators were removed to match the look of the contemporary race cars. Let's see what happens at the end of this paragraph before I comment on that. Where did we get to? Such as the Alan Mann developed Escort that won the 1968 British Saloon Car Championship, and the new LED headlight design mimics the cross-shaped tape that was applied in period to prevent light housings from shattering. Now then, let's just check this. So, are they not very similar to the Renault 5 electric headlights that we've seen? And then they're not having bumpers on. I'm not sure I'm down with that, to be honest. I think I'd want a version. I think I'd want a version where you can take the bumpers off if you wanted fairly easily. But I think it needs to have a version with bumpers on if you're going to use it on the road. Yeah, I'm not too convinced about the deleted bumper bit of it. You're being forced into that, and them lights. I think look, pants. Yeah, they're rubbish. I don't mind backlights. Where did we get to? Inside, it's a new design, but with key references to the original, such as its 6-clock instrument panel and 2 central air vents. It also has modern accoutrements, such as climate control dials and switchgear, plus a small Apple CarPlay touchscreen, but no anti-lock brakes and no traction control and no power steering. Because those kind of things, why bother putting power steering on and having a switch that you can turn it off, or putting traction control on and have a switch where you can turn it off, or put power steering on, no anti-lock brakes on, and have a switch where you can turn it off? Why bother having all those things switchable when you can just forget to put them on all together and just say, well, I've got an Apple Play screen? No, not in with that. The Borum Ford Escort Mark 1 RS will make its public debut next summer ahead of production starting during the third quarter of 2025. Just 150 examples will be built, and each will be sold by application only in a similar fashion to the Ford GT and the new Mustang GTD. Each will be priced from £295,000. Before then, Borum will also revive the RS200. I didn't know that. Or did I know that? Oh yeah, I did know that. I have seen this before. But we shall talk about that on a different stream. Yeah, there's not much detail on that one. So yes, that's the new Ford Escort. I like the idea, but I don't like the execution of that. And I mean, to be honest, I suppose if you're going to be spending nearly 300 grand, you've got the scope to be able to say, I want bumpers fitting to mine. I suppose you've got the scope to have all sorts, but I can't see why you would leave off traction control, anti-lock brakes, and power steering. I can't see why you do that. It just seems like a cost-cutting thing that they've disguised under authenticity. So, yeah, not too hot on that one. But hopefully, some of you guys have had a bit of a comment at the bottom, and I'll get to them shortly. So let's see. We've got some comments. When I get to the bottom, I've also actually got a bit of news to share with people. It's a bit crap actually. And it is a bit of a weird one, but I'll come to that later. So Rami was here at 6:30. I don't know whether he's still here. Barry is here. Greetings, Barry. Hope you're doing well. He says he's at home for this one. The job in Kansas City is done. So Barry can literally say, we're not in Kansas anymore. I can't say that because I've never been to Kansas. Stickman TV's here, and he says, hello, that's all I've got. Well, that's all right, Matt, because your hellos are quite... Oh, they're like the common cold. Your hellos are... They spread amongst the community and infect other people. So that's fine. If all you've got is a hello hello. And hello? If all you've got is a hello. Hang on, that doesn't sound right either way. And hello. That doesn't sound right because that's if it starts with a vowel, isn't it? It'd be an hello. A hello. That doesn't sound right either. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is it an hello or a hello? Or would you not put that at all? Would you just say all that you've got is hello? Because that sounds more natural. Blooming heck, we're all 15 minutes in, Simon, and you're already skirting around the edges of wordsmithing. Just stop it off now. Behave yourself. Greg Anderson is here and he says, hello and good evening. Had a weekend of fun watching Little Shop of Horrors at the Crucible and recovery of my overheating Range Rover. How is everyone? The Andersons. Yes, I saw that you'd been to see Little Shop of Horrors. I love Little Shop of Horrors. Maybe that's one for the film night, because I'm sure the one with Steve Martin and stuff is a remake, isn't it? I'm sure there was an original black and white one. But yeah, I love the Steve Martin one. It's very good, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and welcome. I hope there's no logic puzzles or guess the shape quizzes today. I can't remember, actually. Well, greetings there, says our judge. Hello. Mark is here and he says, good evening. Good evening, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Well, it's crumpet time again, says Dick. It is. It is. And Rob says, well. Hello there. So we'll have to put, we'll have to put Rob's intro on if I can find it. Here we go.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
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 Well, good morning. Hello.
Well.
Hello. Sorry, hello. I know you get upset if I don't say that. Well, hello there. Well, hello there. Hello. Hang on, I haven't said hello there yet. Well, hello there. 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 Hello. Good morning. Sorry, hello there. Hello.
Hello. Hello there. Hello. Hello there. Hello. Yes, hello there. So where did we get up to? And then Barry says, well, hello there, Rob. And then everybody says, well, hello there. And then Tommy's in, he goes, yours all right? I can't do a Tommy impression. How's you doing? Or how you doing, says Stephen Cook. How you doing? My book says, Sir Beards and Bangers. There you go, you've been knighted, Rob. And Gaz on a Trike is in, he says, evening, I bet they're glad they didn't do the Capri. Well, there we go. I mean, that is one sort of contention, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, they should have done the Capri, shouldn't they, really? That would have been funny. Evening all, says Becky. Is anyone else as totally unprepared for Christmas as I am? I am having faith in my last-minute ability to bring chaos together. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think, well, from my point of view, we're sorted. I'm not sure from Julie's point of view. Hopefully, Julie will chirp in and tell you how unprepared we are. But I think we're prepared-ish. Whaley Hall was the last meet I attended, says Mark. Blooming heck. That is quite a long time ago. There'll be another one. The next one I'm organising. The next one I'm organising will be the beginning of February. In fact, I think I said this before, didn't I? Let me have a look on map. On map? It's a calendar. Oh, I suppose it is a map. It's a map of time, isn't it? A calendar. The 1st and 2nd of February. That's when the next one's going to be. And I'm hoping it's going to be Newarth, further Newarth. Yeah, looking York-ish area, possibly. Depending yeah, depending on some stuff. So yes, that's about this time and area-ish. Good God, man, says Rob to Mark. That was the last religious festival holiday, as I believe we now have to call it. There we go. Stephen Cook. Why do cars always like to break MOT last week, and now my car has decided it will randomly die when I was on the M1 near Barnsley. Code showing crankshaft position sensor problem. That's yeah, it's never good, is it? It's never good. I don't want to jinx anything by talking about that. But yeah, it's never good at all. I mean, I assume that's quite easy to change. Nom, 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 nom. I think I'd rather have the 1.3. I think if you're gonna do a modern one, I think it has to have modern stuff in it. I quite like the idea of the dogleg gearbox. That's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, the other one just seems to be a bit haphazard. It's like Caterham did an old style 7, and that was proper old style. It had like proper thinner wheels and bits missing out of that and stuff. That was proper old style. But that was like, that's what you wanted. If you went for that one, you wanted the original sort of things. It had the original power. I think it had like 89 brake horsepower or something. Yeah, and the original sort of power figures and the original tire size ish, as close you could get to the original that you can get nowadays anyway. Yeah, and the kind of original feel for it. I think it had got different style wheel guards on it and stuff like that, like the old fashioned sort of stuff. So yeah, that was kind of cool. But yeah, the Escort seems to be, I don't know, it seems to miss the mark. The full fat one seems to be there for people that have got the money to buy one and then race it around the track. And then the other one, the lower price one, seems to be for people that just want to pose in it, basically. This 4-speed straight cut gearbox is just, why? And also an unknown code as well. Hope that it is not a timing belt slip. I hope it's not as well. Better than that electric numpties. Having said that, Jaguar now laughable, terrible, especially after that advert and reveal. Cars running on carbs. You'll tell me Hope can go keto next, which is, if anybody doesn't know, keto diet is when you eat nothing but meat. So it's like a protein-based diet. It tricks your body into burning its own fat. The new Capri is like a massive turd, if you ask me. I should say new so-called Capri. Yeah, exactly. Capri by name only, isn't it? I think it's time Rover took over Ford. Exactly, Dick. Exactly. And it should be Rover comes back. Yeah, that'd work. Also, the Puma is now an SUV and not a coupe. That's true. That's true. Although, if I was in a situation where I had to have one of those SUV crossover type things, I think there's possibly 3 that I'd choose from. The Puma's one of them. The Nissan Puke, or Duke's the other one. And then the third one's that Toyota one. Is it CR? Oh, I can never remember Toyota model numbers because they're all random, but it's got like slitted in headlights and rear lights and stuff. I kind of like that. But that's if I had to choose one. Quite frankly, I'd rather not. The Mustang is an electric car here too. Looks like a suppository. Dick says, sadly, this is not sounding good. 295 grand for an Escort. It had better have gold-plated bucket seats. Oh, and Becky's managed to go a whole week without injuring herself. But she does not mention whether she's injured anybody else. So there we go. Well, who'd have thought a hello could create such a deep topic of conversation? Exactly, Matt. Exactly. Is Little Shop of Horrors the one with the singing plant? It is indeed, Barry. I hope everyone is as well as can be and hopefully better. As well as can be and better. Yeah, maybe. In fact, Matt, you've reminded me, while you're there, or while I'm here, I've just seen a packet of cards. Oh, they're over here. Right. What do you reckon to this idea, people? Because I was going to buy. Oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll send just Matt an idea, and then we'll do it that way. Look out for my pictures, Matt. I really like the bit where the music stops. Oh, Greg Anderson sent me a super sticker. Thank you very much. And Becky has also sent a super sticker, which leaves me no alternative other than to play the donation theme.
Thank you for donating. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you for donating. You're amazing.
There we go. I like doing the little dances with this bit while it's going like that. I saw Becky. Is it your dad or Glyn's dad that's got a new card? Oh, I can't remember what they called it now, and it were a really cool name as well. Oh, damn it! What was it? Oh, you have to put it in the comments, Bex. I can't do a Tommy impression either. Mr. Matt thinks that his Tommy Dapper impressions were terrible the other day, but they were good. My Hitachi drill died yesterday, says Mark. Served me well for 13 years. Now called Hikoki, apparently. I had an electric drill that lasted years, and it was from. There was a DIY shop that opened up, and it was like the Aldi of DIY shops. I can't remember what the shop were called. It was something dead naff, something dead cheesy. And I bought an electric drill from there. And I think it was just an old like Bosch design that they bought the rights to make and just made it, because it lasted forever. It lasted forever until I spent ages trying to drill out a big thick wooden post out at ground with a big drill bit. And then I kind of burnt it out. I could have probably resurrected it if I'd have put some new brushes in it or something. And Adam is here. Oh, let's find something we can play because Adam's here. Oh dear. I don't know whether Adam's seen this one, so we'll put this one on.
Oh yeah, alright. Check it out now. I'm here to tell you all about the shrimpies. Alright. Check it out. Shrimpies, the name is relevant. They're coming at you like a poacher at an elephant, breaking the food chain of life. With cruelty-free food you can cut with a knife. Yes, I said cruelty-free. It's better for you and it's better for me to eat without the pain. Without the pain, let's hear that name again. Shrimpies, stick them on your plate. Shrimpies, serve them up for your mate. Shrimpies, they taste divine. Shrimpies, get your fuck off mine. Shrimpies, the name is relevant. Coming at you like a poacher at an elephant. Listen to the groove. Word up, yo. Peace to your mother and any other relatives you have. Aye.
That went on for longer than I expected. But hello, Haddam. There we go. Hello, Haddam. I've gone from being Yorkshire and dropping H's to adding H's in everywhere, like Cool Whip. Hello, Adam. Hope you are well. If it's February, says Mark, I'll be in my modern daily repmobile. That's fine. That's fine. My meetups, I've decided, it doesn't matter what car you bring. Obviously, it's nice if it's an interesting car, but I think when it's the colder months, there's going to be less stood around outside looking at cars and more going into places. So, yeah, I think, well, hopefully I'll have a choice of 3 cars still. The ZS's MOT is due in January, I think. Sure, it was January. So I need to get that through that to be able to use that. But Gen Z will be fine. I don't know what I'm on about. We are actually not fully prepared, says a judge, for the mass of the Chris. I keep postponing stuff. Postponing. She keeps doing that. Barry says, hi to all. Have to say, Simon is a better host than Bote. He tends to get caught up in himself and is too gimmicky with his phone calls and so on. I've not watched anything for ages. Not so bad, thanks, Adam, because Adam asked Matt if you were fine. To keep me mobile for the next few days, I've been given a Nissan Qashqai mild hybrid because of my cover I have with the AA. Is mild hybrid the ones where they don't charge off the engine, there's just an assistance? Oh, what's wrong? It's me, Cocky. I helped a friend, says Mark. I helped a friend fit a 2-litre Pinto into a Mark II Escort. Went very well. He bodge lowered the suspension and smacked the Armco and ripped it off. Luckily unhurt. Same engine then transplanted into a Transit. I know it's a Pinto that TC's got in it, but I think did they do a 1.6 Pinto? I'm sure that's what Simone said. Simone said was in TC, who doesn't seem to be here at the moment. So what we have to do, because Simone's car, Connie, her Rover 75, is booked in for its MOT tomorrow. So we have to send warm thoughts to Connie and Simone for hopefully the MOT to go well. She's polished up the headlights over the past day, and they look really good, although they are mismatched. So if anybody's got either a Rover 75 headlight Mark 1 that's either black bezeled or silver bezeled, I think the boat's supposed to be silver bezeled. Let Simone know, because she's got a mismatched pair. And there's no worse than having a mismatched pair, is there? You don't have to tell me twice. Asbel Warren, have you done Iron Brew review? As I can see the Iron Brew and Tizer bottles in the background. Yes, we have. I think they're on as members only until, what day was it? I think it's Wednesday they come out of members only. So yes, we have done them. The results may surprise you. I'll be in a Rover 25 if I make it. Hopefully you will, Adam. Mark says to Karen and Barry, I am well. How are you? Broken up for Christmas today. Oh, that is a nice feeling. Stickman TV. Who is Matt, by the way, in case you didn't realise? Biased review, says Matt. The Tizer wasn't in a glass bottle. He probably didn't even chill it. I call fake news. Now, you wouldn't chill it, because the problem with chilling stuff is that you get less taste out of it. So you should have it at normal room temperature. That's how you should do these tests. And that is how I did these tests. Kaz. Why does everyone keep mentioning Christmas? Surely we have weeks. Yes, the Pinto was a 1.6 and a 2. Wait, what? How the 2.1 in a Mark III Cortina spun its back wheels everywhere. Well, that's good. That's what we like to see. Right then, we've got to the bottom of the comments. So we'll do a quiz now, and then I'll go through my news afterwards. Let's have a look. Which one should we do? I picked out 3 earlier. We'll do this one. There's only 11 questions in it, and it might be amusing. Let's get it loaded up on this screen over here. Click. Right, loading pin. Present. Screen 2. There we go. Oh yeah, Tony Fan Club of Botswana. Maybe they are. Maybe they're on the way over. And Dick Dastley says, "I'd a Pinto Bitter." Pinto Bitter. While we're talking about beer, not that we were talking about beer. Why have you got this in way, Simon? This, you're not even using this. Look, I'm not using that. I don't know why it's even here. I don't know what I'm doing with it. What are you doing with it? Stop pissing about. Just lay it down like that. That's better, isn't it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, while we're on about beer, Hobgoblin beer or ale. Was it ale or beer? I don't know. Whatever. They do pale Hobgoblin, but they do a ruby Hobgoblin. The ruby one gives me a headache for some reason. I don't know what's in it. Gives me a right noggin ache. Oh dear. So yes. Yeah, I agree, Rob. Ruby, 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 Ruby. Do you? Summer. Yeah, well done, Matt. You added the extra one in. Has anybody got anything nice to say to Matt about his car, Hope? Because I fear that Hope don't get the love it deserves recently. She's sort of become a fixture, and it feels like she's not getting the attention she deserves. Even though when we are at places, people are always coming up to Matt and going, "Well, you don't see them very often, do you?" And honestly, Matt, one of your responses next time you're at Great British Car Journey and that happens should be, "Well, I'm here every month." Hello there, fans of Botswana. Say the Tony fans must have gone out for crumpets, but hello there fans are here. Good. I'm glad someone is. She's very neglected lately and unwashed, says Matt about Hope. Poor Hope. In fact, maybe let's just have a look what the weather's going to be like on Wednesday. Weather on Wednesday. Oh, they've changed the weather app. Gusty winds and drizzle. That's another one of them folksy double acts, Rob. Gusty winds and drizzle. It's going to rain. I was going to say we could do a car washing day, Matt, but yeah, not if it's going to be rainy. No point, is there? So let's have a look. We've got 9 people in. We've got you Japperators. Feed Me Seymour, which is from Little Shop of Horrors. Hikoki Pinto. Gladys Kramus. Pinto Milko. Cookie. Audrey 2. Relevant Shrimpy. In Khan. Udge has got a nice comment to say about Hope. Here we go. I think Hope is very pretty. I love her colour, her shape, and she is obviously a very loved car. And hang on, her shape, and she is an obviously very loved car. And she sounds like she's ready for zoomies. She does sound like she's ready for zoomies. Matt's car does sound zoomy ready. Gusty Wins was great. Check out their curry hamster recipe. Right then, let's get playing this quiz. In fact, shall I join in? No, I'm not. It'll stop me commenting. So, we're about to rock and roll. Darwin Awards, the dumbest ways to die. Let's have a look, see what these questions are like. Double points for this one. A Brazilian reverend was found dead on a beach. What had happened? He had drowned trying to prove breathing underwater was possible. He had been trying to break the world record for the longest balloon flight. He had been trying to swim across the ocean with 40 pounds weight, tied to his leg. He had been snatched by an eagle and dropped in the ocean 40 miles away. He had been trying to break the record for the longest balloon flight. Well, that is quite dumb. I assume when they mean balloon flight, they mean like normal balloons, not like a hot air balloon. Only one person got that right. Moving on to question 2. True or false? A man died opening a mail bomb he had sent out and got him back because he'd forgot to put a stamp on it. It is true. A man died because he opened his own mail bomb. No, it's not a dick quiz, this one, Mr. Rob. Moving on to question number 3. Double points again. Which is true? A man died after tying himself to a merry-go-round to protest the fares. A man died hitching a shopping cart to the back of a train to go home. A man died trying to break the record for longest underwater karaoke. A man died shoving a candle up his nose to see if it would glow in the dark. A man died hitching a shopping cart to the back of a train to go home. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? Have you noticed they've all been men so far? Make of that what you will. Oh, Simone's here. Hello, Simone. She was playing a game. Well, you're missing this quiz, Simone, but you'll be able to find the questions amusing nonetheless. A poacher died after he was eaten alive by the lion he'd been hunting. He stepped on his own trap. He got lost and starved to death. And he was fishing with electricity and fell into the water. Fishing with electricity and fell into the water. Perfect. Ooh, what? How many questions is there in this one? After the next question, well, no, after question 6, I'll do a run through. A New Jersey couple died in their car after they locked themselves in after eating a spicy chili, listened to Taylor Swift's song for 784 times, locked themselves in there with their 4 pit bulls for an entire night, or tried to throw dynamite through the window but forgot to open the window. I mean, yeah. If you're throwing dynamite, there's a problem there anyway, isn't there? Moving on to question number 6, the 6th of the questions. A Canadian attorney crashed through a window while trying to demonstrate how solid the glass was. He fell down 24 floors. That sounds like something that an attorney would do. Yeah, there we go. So, halfway through-ish, we have Relevant Shrimpy first, Feed Me Seymour second, Cookie is third, Audrey 2 fourth, and Hugh Japaratus is fifth, that is one of the funniest ones we had recently. So, moving on to question number 7. What other craziness can we see? True or false? A 39-year-old woman died after slipping on a lettuce leaf her dog had left in the bathroom. That's got to be true. I don't know why they put it on if it were false. Well, it's false. There we go. Question 8. Between 1995 and 2014, males represented what percentage of Darwin Award winners? Oh, it's going to be, I'd say it's going to be 90 odd. $88.7. So I said 90 odd. So that was the closest to 90. Oh, bit of a change there. Moving on to question 9. I'll run through after question 10. Anyone can be awarded the Darwin Awards as long as they die stupidly. True, I would assume. False. Oh. Okay. I don't know what the thing is then. Now then, so penultimate question coming up. An English woman fell out of a moving car onto the motorway because she'd been leaning out of the window to shout at the drivers. She'd been driving with her feet instead of her hands. She'd been riding on the roof of the car and filming her stunt. She'd been leaning out of the window to film a snapshot. But I'm going to guess green. Snapchat even. Knew it. So, from the penultimate question, Relevant Shrimpy is first, Feed Me Seymour is second, Cookie is third, Hugh Japaratus is fourth, and Pinto Milko is fifth. Now then, any one of them top 4 can win. And any one of the bottom 4 can swap round. So, final question. Let's see what it is. True or false? A young man choked to death on a stripper's bra after removing it with his teeth. It is true. I would have thought that would be false. How do you choke on a bra? What a numpty. So, the scores. In third place, we have Cookie. Well done, Cookie. In second place, we have Feed Me Seymour. Well done, Feed Me Seymour. And in first place, we have Relevant Shrimpy. Well done, Relevant Shrimpy. But a triumphant time was had by all. Yes, there we go. The Darwin Awards. Should we have a look, see what the... Oh, how do I get off this? There we go. Should we have a look, see what you have to do to qualify for the Darwin Awards? Who can win the Darwin Award? Nominees must be dead or rendered sterile. So that's the difference. Winners of the award in general either are dead or have become unable to use their sexual organs. So that's the answer. It's not only dead people. You can have lost your privates as well. Right, let's have a look at these Comentiosas then. So yes, Simone is here. She was playing in a game, which was it Garage Simulator 2 or something? And yes, don't forget, Simone's, now she's here, we can send a cool vibe. So Simone's, well, not Simone's MOT. I don't think Simone has MOTs. Do you have MOTs, Simone? Do you have to get put up on a lift and people look at your undercarriage to make sure you've not started to rust away and stuff? I don't know what it's like down south. But Simone's car is going in for its MOT tomorrow. So send Simone all your cool car passing MOT thoughts. Because if Connie fails her MOT, Simone's pretty much stuck because she's got 3 vehicles and Connie's the only one that's actually a movable thing at the moment. So send Simone your warmest MOT thoughts. Here you go. Pingu's in. He says, now then, running late due to unexpected visitor. How's thou diddling today? Ours diddling fine, Pingu. I hope you're well as well. And because Pingu's here, we'll put this little tune on. There you go. Barry was saying that they have a safety inspection every 2 years. I'd be scared with some cars you see on road, and we have MOTs every year. Although maybe they're the cars that don't have MOTs, basically. Where have we got up to? Here we go. Udjudge says, yeah, I would. Relevant shrimpy rules. Well done, Udjudge. Well done, Udjudge. Hey, Stickman, says Pingu. Are you the Truman Show man who keeps being secretly filmed driving around in a cool Rover? Yes, because Stickman TV is primarily Matt driving to places. And he enjoys driving to places and filming himself driving to places, which is good. Becky was second. Well done, Becky. Is this Smashing Piston Stream Simulator 2? It could be, Dick. It could be. Who knows? Who knows? I got well and truly done over, says Gaz. Well, not everybody can win. Not everybody can win. Sausage seems to be the theme for me today. Everywhere I go. Well, it seems Pingu's having a sausage-related day. And those sausage-related days, I suppose, can be good days, depending on your outlook on sausages. Really, if you're not a particularly sausage fan, being hounded by sausages could be a problem. But if you do like sausages, then it might be a nice thing for you to comprehend in your life. The secret is out, says Matt. So I suppose I should stop beating about the bush and so I said earlier I've got something to share with you all that I've not told anybody. Well, I've told nobody. Today is going to be the first time anybody knows about it. And if you'd have ever seen me out and about in town on a weekend, there's 2 things. 1, you probably wouldn't recognise me, and 2, I'd have been going by a different name. And it's one of them things, you know, in today's society. There's a few people that lead double lives, don't they? There's the normal life, and then there's their other life. So yeah, I suppose it's kind of time for me to be completely honest with you all and come clean about a part of my life that I weren't really expecting to have to share with everybody, to be honest. But yeah, since today I got kind of made redundant from my other job that I had. I'm Spider Bloke. So I'm like the Yorkshire version of Spider-Man. When Spider-Man was busy, Spider Bloke used to stand in for him. So yeah, I used to. If you'd have seen me around town, you'd have just seen Spider Bloke swinging around on. Well, I ain't got. I've not got the funds, and Spider-Man wouldn't let me have his web slingers. So I had to make do with like just running basically and pretending I was swinging. So I just ran along going whee like that. That's how Spider Bloke goes. But yeah, I used to spend my time secretly fighting crime around the cities in my area. So that's just Sheffield or Barnsley, really. But yes, I got a phone call earlier from Spider-Man saying that he doesn't need my help anymore. All the Marvel stuff's kind of tapering out now, and people aren't that interested anymore in superheroes. Never mind crap ones like Spider Bloke. So yeah, he said I'm not needed anymore. So there you go. So yes, that's my confession. I was Spider Bloke. Look, this is my costume and everything. And yeah, he's even took my cool mask away, and I've just got a red woolly hat instead. So yeah, there you go. That's it. No more Spider Bloke. That's it. All gone. No more Spider Bloke. Right then, where did we get up to? Sausage. Sausage. I wish Alex was in the chat today. Oh, share time. Exactly, Pingo, exactly. Oh, and Simone reminds everybody. I always forget this. So thank you, Simone, for being in my corner there. She says, smack the like button or lick the smack button. I quite often like licking the smack button, to be honest, when I get chance. Buy, sell. Oh, my God, you're the Pope. Oh, can you imagine? What are you doing, Simon? Your glasses are here. They're not even on your face. Can you imagine if I was the Pope? There's got to be some rules about forgetting about the religious side of it. When you live in the Vatican, I'm pretty sure there must be some rules in place if you're the Pope and you live in the Vatican. Because what would happen if you had a bonkers Pope that got in and he went, right, let's redecorate everything, get rid of all these old pictures. Let's get some new furniture in from, I don't know, oak land of oak furniture or whatever. Yeah, can you imagine that? Well, there must be some rules in place to stop popes redecorating the Vatican. Let's ask Rob next time we're doing a video. Let's try and find some Catholics, are they priests? A priest? Yeah, it would be a priest, wouldn't it? Let's try and find a Catholic priest. In fact, maybe, I don't know. Let's try and find a Catholic priest and ask them if there's any rules around when a pope gets elected to be pope. Is there anything to stop them redecorating the Vatican? What's the protocol for redecorating the Vatican? Also, I assume the Vatican's got many garages. Do you think you could hire one? Simone says no. Oh, Judge laughs and says Spider Bloke. Simon is a Russian spy. Invade him. I was watching the documentary on ITV about that ex-Russian spy that got poisoned in London. That's quite interesting. I'm Wonderlass. Pretending you're swinging, that sounds well dodgy, pervert. Not if you're pretending you're swinging, would it, Matt? If you were swinging, that'd be dodgy, not pretending you're swinging. Oh, very good, Becky. Is Tony related to Tony Stark? Very good. Are you going to be the new Santa's Rocky Elf? Oh dear. Any relation to Spider Pig? Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that. No. Oh, Matt's got a story for us. I'm not even gonna read it first to see if it's just a really bad joke. I'm just gonna read it. Bingo hall my dad managed kept getting robbed, says Matt. I would attempt to get out of the house at night to protect the bingo. So Dad got a copper to tell me they were okay and didn't need my help. A week later, Dad woke me as he was leaving the house about 3 a.m. to attend to the bingo burglar alarm. I said, I told you the police need me. There you go, Matt. There you go. That's exactly the kind of thing that Spider Bloke could have been useful for. But no more. Pope Spider Bloke the First. Oh, that's fantastic. Father Ted would likely know the rules about decorating the Vatican. Give the Sistine Chapel a good whitewash. Oh dear. That would be an ecumenical matter. Dull story warning, says Gaz. My dad was in Barnet General Hospital, same time as that Russian. But my dad weren't on the news. Ugh. Well, that's boring then, isn't it? Yeah, it was dead weird though, because on that documentary they couldn't figure out, they couldn't figure out what poison it were, because they were testing his blood and all sorts. And they were like, this didn't make any sense. And then apparently one of the doctor people went, it's weird because he looks like someone that's just gone through a course of chemotherapy. And then they were like, oh, well, is it possible for someone to administer radiation to someone and it not be obvious? So they tested loads of his urine and it was it got a specific signature radiation to it. And it's I can't remember what they called it, the radiation poison that they used, but it's one that doesn't have a massive field of effect. It's quite a concentrated radiation wavelength. Pardon me. Oh yeah, I was about 5. Well, you'd have still been quite useful there. Didn't the Pope have a Pope-mobile? He did, Mark. He did. This wasn't just last week. Well, if you say so. Karen says, if I was the head of an organisation which had a history of doing bad things to children, I would not drive around in an ice cream van. Yes, that's true. Time for a Beetle convertible Pope mobile. Pope mobile, sorry. I wonder if there's an ice cream van that calls around the Vatican. Maybe there is. I dread to think of the chime it works. There we go. I had a Rover P6 200 TC 2000. I quite like P6. Alpha and beta radiation, I imagine, said I had mainly alpha. Yeah, it was definitely alpha, but I can't remember what the substance was. But apparently they had 2 goes at poisoning him because he had 2 meetings with these guys. There was 2 of them. One of them was an old friend of his, and the other one was someone that had this friend of his had introduced him to. And there was some sort of business thing that they were discussing. But this Russian ex-spy person were really careful. He wouldn't, if he met up with anybody, he wouldn't drink anything that wasn't basically he was suspicious that somebody were going to try and kill him. So he'd only ever drink, if he went out, he'd only ever drink Coke from a bottle that he'd opened. So he knew that nobody had put anything in it. And the first time he met these 2 guys for a little meeting in, I can't remember where it was, some hotel thing. One of these guys had bought a pot of tea for him, and he found it a bit suspicious that they kept talking about how he must drink loads of tea now he lives in England, and that they bought him a tea because now he lives in England he must drink tea. So he didn't drink any tea. He poured himself one, but he never drank it. And then the second time that he met up with him, they bought him tea again. And he let his guard down and he had a couple of sips. And he said as soon as he took them sips, he'd realised what he'd done. And yeah, that's where they'd poisoned him. But once they worked out what they'd used and they tracked where they'd been, the police could go around like loads of different bits in London and find this radiation signature in loads of different places. One of them was in a hotel room where they must have got rid of the first lot of poison when it didn't work by pouring it down the sink, because apparently the sinkhole was like super radioactive. I had a Rover 2000 TC at the time, cost a fortune blasting that up and down the M1. Our usual dustbin day is Wednesday, says Dick Dastardly. But since Christmas Day is Wednesday, they're coming on Saturday, 4 days early. Yeah, that's a bit crap. They'd have been better coming. They'd have been better coming after Christmas, wouldn't they? When you've got loads of rubbish. Thing is, I've got to frantically eat crisps and biscuits and that, so I can get the wrappers in the bin in time. I mean that is a problem, isn't it? Yeah, I'd hate it when they mess about with bin times. It's worse when they come later on in day, like they go, oh, make sure your bin's out by 6 a.m. So then you faff about at night, or like sometimes like we do, we forget and then it's dark. So you're like, oh, go and put bins out. You make sure that they're outside before you go to bed and stuff. And then they don't come and collect them until like early afternoon. Rubbish. Radioactive sinkholes and spider blokes. Has he been bought out by Disney? I wouldn't tell you, but there'd be signs like I'd have a bee-wing parked in the garden. Imagine if the Pope was a Rover petrol head. It might be, Simone. Maybe when they become popes, they're not allowed to express their car preferences. They just have to crack on with whatever's given to them. What's this a continuation of? And while Spider Bloke watched stuff about spies, Wonderlast watched Madeleine McCann mysteries. It's all kicking off at the Jeffries. Yeah, it has been one of them weeks, hasn't it, actually, Udge? Because the problem is, if I put something on during day while I'm working, if I put radio on, it's all right for an hour, but then I get fed up with DJs. So then I just put like iTunes on and stuff. Or I put a TV program on just as background noise, but I keep getting distracted by it. So yeah, it's difficult to think what to put on. I got abused last year for not working this Christmas Day. Their rubbish was too important for me to be with my family. Ah, Christmas Day, honestly. Nobody should work Christmas Day. Pope John Paul had a Land Rover. Is that from like the 80s, that? We need a Spider Bloke video. That might happen, Dick. That might happen. Does anyone else have a giant reusable recycling bag now? Or are we on the cutting edge of refuse collection down here in my little village? No, we don't. We used to have a bag. In fact, we used to have like a blue box to put plastic and stuff in. But then they started doing the collections like very irregularly. Well, they are regular. They're just very spaced out. So yeah, no, we've got a big grey bin and then a smaller blue bin, a smaller brown bin, and a big green bin. Is Spider Bloke the Temu version of Spider? Pretty much, Stefan. Pretty much. Oh, controversial there, Matt. I know Wonderlass video and all. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure whether Wonderlass would be up for it. Dino Daddy's here. He says, hello, sorry late to the chat. Greetings, Dino Dad. Hope you're doing well, boss. I'm a bin man, by the way, to explain that. Yeah. Cutbacks coming soon on collections, getting ready for the fallout. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I heard something on the news about that. I've got a bag because my bin fell over and the lid fell off. The bin's still here, but the bin men took the lid. We have see-through green bags for recycling, hopefully recyclable. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They've got to try and keep them on theme, haven't they? Well, let's get another quiz down, and then we'll see what time it is after that. So let me pick the right screen. So we've got two different quizzes. Worldly traditions and beliefs, or logo reveal. So one of them will be like a picture of the logo and it'll slowly be revealed, and the other one will be like random things about different cultures around the world and their beliefs. Which one do we want? Where is he? I have to work hard on Christmas Day. Try not to give up the will to life at my extremely boring in-laws. Pope is definitely a rover, man. I've seen white smoke coming out of his garage chimney from his head gaskets. Fantastic. Well done, Ross. Barry says logo one. I have some sad news, says Simone. As I am a member of the Devon Vintage Car Club, two of the club members died in less than a week. The club president and magazine editor, so now there are 4 vacancies to run it. Get you sent in there, Simone. Best bit of recycling I never took. Best bit of recycling I never took was a dead cat. They thought I was a job's worth. Yeah, my friend put a dead fox in his bin. This is years ago. I don't know where it came from. I assume it got hit on road or something. And the bin man came. Fox were back on the floor. So then he put it back in again. And he just kept putting this fox in bin. What an idiot. A Pope quiz. I'll have to find one of them for next time. Barry has a joke about someone called Savile. Probably best not. So only one person's come up with a request, and that was Barry saying logo. So I think what we will do is, where is it? We'll go for the logo one. There's only 17 questions. I don't think we've played it before. Right, let's share that screen. Let's get that screen shared. Come on now, get it shared. Here we go. I thought I heard a ping. I think I'm missing some comments again. Who's going bingity bing? Bingity bing. Oh, it might be Facebook on here. My jokes will get me a seat in hell, says Stickman. Yeah, I missed what you said there. Never mind. Never mind. So we've got Wonderlass and Carn A. Myself a cheeseburger had a joke off on Boaty's stream a while ago and it got us a ticking off from him. A joke off. It's not as bad as what it could have been, is it? Oof, been a tiring day today. You'll not be surprised to know I've been on Mailbox again. Excuse the pun. Like me old 80s style microphone. This is actually what you'd call a shotgun mic. It was originally designed to put on a camcorder. So you can, the set is very directional. So you'd be filming whatever, it'd pick up most of the sound this way, but none from another place. But it's got like a tiny little, well, it's a condenser mic. It's got a tiny little built-in amplifier. So you've got a close and a distant setting on it. But I set it up for an over-the-head cymbal mic. That's why I converted it to proper XLRs. But I need to convert it back, and then I can start using it with Norman and Ernest when we're interviewing people, because it looks proper old school, doesn't it? Proper old school. I just thought I'd show you that. I don't know why. Oh dear. How many people we got so far? 6. Captain Planet. Seymour Butts. A good old Simpsons one. Spider Bloke. Kirky. Wonderlass and Carner. Quiz Spider Bloke has got a hat like Simon's. He has an all. Not being a cheese. Dear. Yeah, it's a weird week, isn't it? It does feel like a weird week, the week before Crimble. Well, the week before the week of Crimble. Because it's like, I don't know, it's like a non-event. Like, I don't know. It's like even if you're not like looking forward to Christmas, it's days not at work. Well, for most people anyway. So you kind of get in the mindset of, I suppose, I don't know, maybe it's a thing like when you're young, Christmas is like more of a thing, but when you're older, it's just like, it's just another day ticked off, isn't it? Just another day ticked off now. That's it. Let's see what happens later. Yeah, it just becomes a bit of a non-event, I think. Yeah. I think the weekend after Christmas is going to be the more interesting of the times. The more interesting of the times there. So yeah, let's see where we've got. How many we've got? We've got 7 in. I think we had them in before. Right, so we'll start this one then. So it's the slow reveal. In fact, let me join. I'll join. I'm going to join in. See how terrible I can be. Kahoot.id. Is Simone playing this one? Yeah, I agree with that, Dick. Christmas would be all right if it didn't start in September. I'm going as fast as I can. I thought I saw a new thing. There was one where someone were a mushroom. How did they do that? I can't see a mushroom. Maybe you have to log in to be a mushroom. There we go. Not Spider-Man. Right, we've got 8 people in, so let's crack on, you crazy kids. Spotify. Does that annoy anybody else, that the way that logo looks so irregular? Like, for a start, it's not pointing directly up, it's pointing at some odd angle. But it's not even, it's not like these bits are straight and it's leaned over. It's just like, it just looks crap. It's like a kid's designed it. Spotify, Pantify, more like. Question 2. Don't know why I'm looking there, you're over there. What logo is this then, motherfudgers? Oh, everybody got that one. Moving on to question 3, innit? Oh, that's a blast from the past. Yeah, it's the Nintendo Cube logo. Moving on to question 4. It's Toyota. You can actually make the word Toyota up from the shapes. So we've got the T there. You've got the O there. You've got the Y with the bottom bit of that circle and this bit. You've got another O. You've got the T with that bit and that bit. And you've got the A there. Well, something like that. Oh. Moving on to question 5. No idea. Oh, I can tell now. Bloody hell. I should have just waited. Tony's. Tony's what? Talking of tea, I've seen on the internet, maybe it's one of them weird algorithm things, but loads of people, loads of posts or pictures with people using the phrase spilling the tea. And apparently that's a phrase that means like giving people gossip, talking about gossip. But that's always been spilling the beans to me. What's tea got to do with anything? Don't know where that's come from. Moving on to question 7. Some people are super fast then. I've just seen that that Simone put "Hang On a Mo" at 9:20. Apologies, Simone, if I started it before you were ready. I didn't see that. Question, whatever it is, 8. Everybody got that right. Seymour Butts has overtook me. How despicable. I'll do a rundown after the next question. iTunes in it. So we've got Captain Planet first, Khan A second, Seymour Butts third, Not Spider-Man's fourth, and Wonderlass is fifth. Moving on to question number 10. Firefox. Moving on to question 11. Oh, I might have got it right. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a second there. Yay! Moving on to question 12, which is the 12th question. Oh, Marnie. Dick's just said what the B is. Beats. Beats says if it's the same thing I'm thinking of, it was a series of headphones. I said, but it Dr. Dre that had something to do with them. They were supposed to be specifically tuned to sort of like rap and pop type music. But if you ask me, they sounded crap. But they were super expensive. I'm sure it was Dr. Dre. Who's not a real doctor, I think. Moving on to question 13. Who flips that? Oh, I guessed it right, but I had no idea. Moving on to question 14, young people. I knew that one had to be Target because the other one that looked like that we'd already had. Moving up. No, the scores, isn't it? Oh, nobody's changed. Moving on to question 15. Again, another one of them logos, and obviously it says Tommy Hilfiger on it, but what the hell is just crap? Question 16 coming in your face. Man at CNA says Gaz. Oh God, CNA. I'm sure there's a CNA in France. Oh, everybody got that. Everybody. So that was the penultimate question. So, Captain Planet, not Spider-Man, Can't A, Seymour Butts, and Blue Bay. It's Blue Bay. Oof. So top two could change. Third could get second. And everything else is cemented. So, final question. The Tesla sign looks a lot like the infinity sign, doesn't it? Let's see what that's done to the scores. In third place, we have Can't A. In second place, we have Not Spider-Man. So that means in first place, we have Captain Planet. Whoever Captain Planet is, well done, Captain Planet. A round of applause. Let's stop that there. Let's try and get this to... There we go. Get rid of that screen. Thank you. Well, let's see what else we've got in the chatteroonies. Where did we get up to? Where did we get? I was in front of the Beak last week for stealing a coat, says Gaz. Judge says, wasn't you here 4 years ago for the same thing? I says, how long do you think a coat lasts? Hey! Well done. Christmas would be better if it didn't start in September, exactly. Be better if it ended in September. Or if it was just every 4 years like the Olympics. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad call, is it? I mean, it's never going to happen. Maybe they could have a Christmas Olympics. Maybe they could time the Olympics to be at Christmas time every 4 years. And what they did on those Christmas Olympics is they had not as many events to run because, quite frankly, I think the Olympics has got too much. But a select few, maybe like a quarter of the number of events there are. But people have to do them in fancy dress. Maybe that's what they need to do. I mean, that'd be more suited to the Winter Olympics, wouldn't it? I don't mind Winter Olympics. At least that's interesting. I unlocked the mushroom, says our judge. Let's play a celebratory video.
Mangoey. Tangoey. Mangoey. Tangoey. Mangoey. Tangoey. Mangoey. Tangoey. Mangoey. Tangoey.
Oh, Simone, you crazy character. Anyway, so Ojid said, I unlocked the mushroom with points. That's quite cool. I didn't know you could do that. I assume you have to log in to get points and stuff. Apparently, says Mark, tea drinking is a thing of the past. Only old farts drink it. Yeah. Yeah, because coffee, when you go to a supermarket, if you go to the coffee aisle, there's quite a few different varieties of coffee. Not only different varieties, but different methods of making coffee. So there's like your instant coffee, there's all them pods, and there's like 3 or 4 different pod machines. There's the things that I like, the coffee bags. And then there's obviously your beans that you grind yourself. There's them little self-percolating 1 cup things, which I quite like as well. It's like a plastic cup, and inside bottom of it, there's a filter with some coffee trapped in it, and you pour hot water in and it percolates through itself. There's them. Yeah, so there's quite a few, and there's instant coffees that you make a cappuccino. It's got the milk bit in it and stuff. That kind of crap. So there's quite a few of them. But when you go to the tea bit, there are, these herbal teas, but I discount them because they're not real teas, are they? They don't have tea in them, do they? That's true. But then you've got like your green teas, you've got your red teas and your black teas. But you don't get the same amount of variation. There's only bags and loose tea. There's no other way. You don't buy bags of tea leaves where you shred them and dry them at home and then make your tea. Which is just, why don't you? Why is there not a company out there that's just selling tea leaves for you to make your own tea bags at home? Or not even the tea bags, just make yourself a loose tea that you put in your own little tea strainer thing. Why don't we have that? Why is the tea drinking public not making themselves known? We don't care about coffee. Coffee's all right once in a while, but tea's where it's at. Why can't we as a nation get back down to making tea in a proper way with a teapot, a milk jug, a sugar bowl with sugar tongs? Obviously, you'd have to have sugar cubes. It's no good having sugar tongs and loose sugar, is there? And making a pot of tea instead of, in fact, Judge, we should do this. We should get a teapot rather than, in fact, yeah, let's get a teapot instead of getting each other a cup or a mug for Christmas. Because, quite frankly, young lady, we've got too many of them. Let's pull together and buy ourselves a teapot, and maybe a teapot with a milk jug as well. And we'll start doing proper tea. So property, Matt'll be claiming flipping royalties from that. We'll start making tea correctly. We're in a teapot, and we'll let it brew and mash, and we'll do it correctly. Rather than making tea in a cup, we'll make a pot of tea. Let's do that. That's my commitment to you this year, Udge. We're not getting each other Christmas presents, but we'll club together and get a milk jug. If we can get a set of milk jug, sugar bowl, and teapot, then good. But if we can just get a teapot, that's fine. Somebody's drank all my wine nearly. I don't use iTunes. Hey. Man at CNA, exactly. Oh, well done, Becky. There you go. More useless knowledge. Useless up until today. Oh, take care, Barry. Have a nice evening. Lady parts, says Gaz. Well, there you go. Now I have the Captain Planet theme stuck in my head. I'll have to look that up because I can't remember what that is. Jeepers! That was tricky on my small phone, says Pingu. Good job I have X-ray vision from being bitten by a badger. Oh, bitten by a badger. Make way for the mushrooms. What was that on? Hang on. I need to find out. Oh, is it literally just an advert about mushrooms? Bear with me. See if it'll let me share it. Nope, right. Bear with me. 2 seconds. I mean, it'll get copyright striked, but that's fine. Oh. Should be this one. You ready?
Mushrooms have magic to any meal. You can pep up a pizza, cheer up chicken, slice up a salad, make a sauce special. Make room for the mushrooms. Make room for the mushrooms. Make room for the mushrooms.
Exactly. There you go. Make room for the mushrooms. Poor mushrooms, they don't get any respect these days. You should be making room for the mushrooms. I like mushrooms. In a specific way, tin mushrooms. I remember tin mushrooms not being that different to normal mushrooms. We had tin mushrooms the other day. They're fucking disgusting. They're revolting. So they're just normal mushrooms if you're going to have mushrooms. And not the massive mushrooms. That's too much mushroom. Half of one of them giant mushrooms is plenty. Simone laughs at her own advert. Ujudge says she wants Mango Tango now. Run says, what am I watching? Mango Tango, how far can I go? Oh, very good. Awesome advert. Freaking love that, says Simone. Yes, I think I'm logged onto your account. Simon, yes, I think I'm logged on your account too for reasons. Hey? Only old farts can afford property, says Matt. Well done. I'm officially an old fart then, says Becky. Old farts tend to smell less than new farts, so it's a good thing, in my opinion. That is true. That's very, very true there, Udge. There's no tea in my herbs. Me too, I love tea. I tell you what, says Gaz. They're really getting good at these targeted ads. Someone mentions Tango and suddenly they get an advert for it. I'm not a coffee fan, says Mark, but coffee grounds make a great antique pine wood stain. They do. That is very true. Coffee drinkers have a horrible after smell. We have a teapot, but yes, let's buy another one too. Yeah, well, there you go. I've got a teapot, says Dick Dastardly. See, this is what we should be promoting. The correct production. That doesn't sound quite the right word. The correct production and dispersion of tea. And we have a milk jug I got from a charity shop. All right, well, let's just not bother then, Jude. Let's not bother getting anything for Christmas. Let's just sod it off completely. Well, we've already got a teapot and a milk jug. Sod your idea, Simon. We'll just sod it off. Don't matter. We'll not have anything. A tea set is what you need, Simon and Judge. Exactly, but not with the cups. We buy Yorkshire tea bags in bulk. Mind you, I only make green tea on account I don't have any milk. Green tea. I don't mind green tea. I couldn't drink it all the time, though. It's amazing they can grow tea in Yorkshire. Ain't it just? I still can't drink the last half inch of tea from the cup because of me nan using loose tea. That's a good habit to get into, though. Is it time for an egg? It could be, couldn't it? Let's have a look, see if we've got one.
Oh, I feel weird. Oh, bloody hell.
I'm an egg.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm an egg. That's all.
Do you like tiger? I like tiger. I'm an egg. Clean it up! How did I get here? Jesus, clean this! Kevin! 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 Jesus, clean this! Do you like tiger? I like Kevin! I like Kevin! I'm an egg. That's all.
I am an egg. I have made a Garage Art MX5 Mark 1 speedo dial / binnacle mounted on an antique pine-based Xmas present for our club coordinator. That's quite cool, Mark. I really like it when people do stuff like that. I keep saying to myself, I'm going to start making lamps and stuff, and I want to make a little table out of the old head of Gen Z. Excuse me, but I never get round to it. So yeah, anytime people do like that folksy, artsy craft stuff with car things, I really approve of that. I've got when my dad bought that MGB, there were loads of boxes of bits and pieces with it, but apparently the guy that had that MGB, basically the guy that had that MGB died, and it was his nephew, I think, that got the car and then sold it us. But that guy had Volkswagen Beetles as well, so there were a big box full of Beetles spares. So there's like a couple of rear lights, there's a carburetor. I can't remember what else there is in there. But yeah, so I keep meaning to make a lamp out of the carburetor and out the lamps, the rear lights and stuff like that. So I don't think they're any good. It might just be an advert for mushrooms, says Matt, but it worked as I still remember it. Yeah, exactly. Get an eye on shrooms, says Aaron. We will start to see newspaper taxis and tangerine skies next. Very good. Sliding a Beatles reference in there. And Adam says, in a very Matt type way, with all these mushrooms, I guess there isn't much room for anything else. Awful. They look like fungi. Even worse. A basket of mushrooms like that would cost about 40 quid these days. but what a 40 quid's worth of stuff to buy. When I was finding that video, I saw another one that I thought we should play. See if I can find it again. I put some more on that we'd not had for a while. Where is it? Oh, I might have moved them. Here we go. Here we go. So I recorded this. I've not made it into an actual proper video yet, but it's a bit of an insight into Norman's mind.
So, someone asked me, "Do you believe in reincarnation, Norman?" And I said, "No, I don't. I don't like any sort of condensed milk." But that's not what they were on about. They were on about, "Do you believe that when you die, you come back as something else?" And I said, "No, in my luck, I'd come back as some tissue paper." Well, look where I bloody well am now. Jeebus creepers.
There you go. That's an insight into Norman's life. Oh. Alex of the extremely successful Alex's Assets YouTube channel has replaced Simon with a pink fluffy fluff bug. Oh dear. Will you be getting a tea cozy? That is a good point, Simone. We should probably think about that. Teapots, another item for the Smashing Pistons merch shop. Get a cow for Christmas. Free milk all year round. I always say, "Oh, bloody hell," in that voice now. Sharon! The Rhubarb Triangle is in Yorkshire where you can hear rhubarb grow. Oh. Becky's going, well, actually, that is a relevant time for us to call it a night there. So thank you very much for joining, everybody. Don't forget to tell all your friends how amazing this live stream is. I've got into Norman's voice nearly. Yeah, and join us next Monday. There will not be a film on Saturday because I'm out. Next Monday will be the Festivus edition of the live, which I will put details off on Facebook and also a little YouTube video just to explain it before then. So yeah, because you need to do some preparation for that one. So yes, have a good time and see you later. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you like Tizer?
Yes. Do you like Tizer?
Yes, I like Tizer. Would you like some Tizer?
No.
Oh.
Tizer. For those people that like Tizer, and for those that don't like Tizer.